following for the last 3 or 4 decades. We have a central committee. This committee, the name of this committee is Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee. Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee, actually, they are the people who initiated the system. So they are the pioneer people, the senior people who started the issue of citing the Hilal as a fard kifaya when there was nobody is doing that. You know? So definitely all of us, we appreciate their efforts because they were the pioneer. 30 years, more than 30 years passed. What is the system that Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee adopted and used for all these years? They have a list of local organizations. Those local organizations are considered to be a supporting member in citing al-Hilal. So Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee, they send 3 times a year a notice for almost all the Muslims in Japan, including these committees, local committees, asking them to seek al-Hilal in the sighting day. It is announcement. Sometimes you get it by WhatsApp, sometimes you get it through the website, sometimes you get it by Facebook, but it is announcement 3 times a year. It is by the end of Sha'ban, by the end of Ramadan, and now for the month of Dhul Hijjah, we are going to receive this announcement a couple of days later, I believe. Then the Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee, they wait for the answers from the local committees. Definitely they have people from their own committee who goes and try to see the Hilal. But they wait for the answers and they hold a meeting in the sighting date looking for any confirmation for sighting the Hilal. Okay? When there is no confirmation about sighting the Hilal, then they say, okay, here in Japan, we were not able to see the Hilal, then we are going to follow the Malaysian and seek the information from Malaysia. So they contact in the same night the Malaysian authority. The Malaysian authority will get back to them either confirmation that the month is 29 days or it is 30 days. And based on that, Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee will make a public announcement for everybody that the moon or the Hilal was not possible to be seen in Japan, but it was confirmed, or sometimes it has been observed or sighted in Malaysia. So we are deciding based on the Malaysian decision, the authority decision, that the day this month is 20 days, 29 days or 30 days. You know, the only issue that we can notice as people living in Japan for a long time, that the system as a system, it is good, workable, but the problem that the local communities, they are lacking the knowledge about how to see the Hilal. Without having them educated, you are going to be always getting a negative answer. And this has been repeated for the last 30 years. It is not only the problem of Ru'yat al-Hilal, so shift our problems to Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee. They need to do something. No, it is not their problem. They developed a system. The implementation of this system needs to be the work of everybody. From our side, we tried to develop a guide that will assist the local committees to do this work. So there will be an integration between the guide of the sighting, Hilal sighting, and the system that was developed by Ru'yat al-Hilal. So I need everybody to understand, especially that it is recorded and some people will notice it again or will see it, watch it again on the internet. The Hilal Sighting Guide Committee, it is not interfering with the business of Ru'yat al-Hilal Committee. We are supporters. We are a people to advise, and the final decision about Ru'yat al-Hilal, it is their duty, it is not our duty. You know, we are providing material to them and providing this material to the public at the same time, but it is their decision to take, so there is no conflict between what we are providing and what they are providing, because what we are providing, it is the scientific and the astronomical calculation, and based on that we are putting all the knowledge also that we have about Sharia to give a guide for observing the Hilal, and the decision is for them, it is not for us. Now, this is an important issue. We are following Malaysia, because for the last 30 years, it's never happened that we were able to see the Hilal. And unfortunately to say this, it is hurting for us as Muslims living in Japan, and we think ourselves we are the pioneer in developing or spreading the Islam in here, that this country has no history of Ru'yat al-Hilal. So if you want to have data to build any research, we have no data. We have no data at all. So now let's go to the Malaysian authority. The Malaysian authority, are they following Ru'yat al-Hilal alone? According to all the literature available, Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore, two countries, Malaysia and Indonesia, they are using an combined system between Ru'yat al-Hilal and astronomical calculation, or what they call it, Hisab method. In Brunei, they are depending 100% on Ru'yat al-Hilal, no Hisab. In Singapore, they are depending 100% on Hisab. Okay? So the question will come, how the Malaysian or the Indonesian, they are mixing Ru'yat al-Hilal with al-Hisab together? Because al-Hisab is al-Hisab. It is a calculation for all the movements of the moon, and how they are making it with the Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad, with the al-Hisab, Ru'yat al-Hilal and al-Hisab. We get to another literature which showing that Malaysia is depending on something in criteria, they call it imkaniyat al-ru'ya, the possibility for sighting, the possibility of sighting. And this possibility of sighting, it is calculation issue. It is purely a calculation issue. And these, the Malaysian started adopting this system in 1992. Before that, especially for the Hijjah, actually they were following Saudi's decision. But in 1992, they started to adopt a system, they call it Imkaniyat al-Ru'ya with Ru'yat al-Hilal. So Imkaniyat al-Ru'ya and Ru'yat al-Hilal together. I'm going to explain that. So what's Imkaniyat al-Ru'ya? Where did the idea of Imkaniyat al-Ru'ya came from? It came in 1978 from a conference in Istanbul about Ru'yat al-Hilal. The Turkish were the first people to put this rule that there